the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And some space here. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, is being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak. Plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is. And let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Right back to Pitts again. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson from 3 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 42. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Devon Hamilton coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Alert.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He brought that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Lawrence. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now Lutz for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown!
Drake London.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tossing out right here to Patterson.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Going up top for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Scotty Miller.
65 yards.
And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. That's caught.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And some room to maneuver. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
They'll run again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Jaguars are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead's down to 24.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, stop it. Hey, stop.
Lawrence will throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incomplete.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Off the option, here's ETN.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lawrence.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no...
Here we go, Jack.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
Going deep this time for Miller.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that? And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in